Hello, my name is Jack Ebersole. I'm a math teacher at National Trail High School. I also graduated in 1985 from National Trail High School, and I grew up in El Dorado. This year, I am teaching probability and statistics. And if you're getting this video and this email, then that means either you're a student in the probability and statistics course or you're a parent of a student in that course. And I want to make just a quick video to introduce you to the course, to tell you what you need for the course, and just some different things about Moodle and so on. Things you'll need for the course: you will need a binder, something to keep notes in. A lot of times with the binder, I'll allow students to use, in probability and statistics, I'll allow them to use their binders on tests and quizzes, because we do deal with so many different formulas, and I don't expect that they have every one of the formulas memorized. So if they have a binder and they keep it in good form, they can use it on a test. The other thing they'll need is a calculator, and in probability and statistics they must have either a TI-83 or 84 calculator. A lot of the stuff that we do is in probability and statistics is much too difficult to do out longhand, and the calculators have programs on them that will do it for us. So when we get into some kind of list that has hundreds of pieces of data on it, then we can just use the calculators instead of trying to do them all out longhand. So the two things they'll need is a binder and one of these calculators. This packet is attached to the email, and it just explains again what calculator the students will need, and it explains some other stuff. You can read through a lot of it. I'm going to go through it just very quickly. One thing I will say is that usually I will give out a hard copy at the start of the first day of school for each class, and then the student's first assignment of the year is to have parents fill this out, this first page, and bring that hard copy back to me. That is still possible this year, but the other thing is if you as a parent are getting this email and you just want to fill it out online, or not fill it out online, but just send me an email with these first 5 parts filled out, that will get the credit of that first assignment for the student. So all you have to do is send me an email back with the parent's name, the student's name, phone number where the parent can be reached, an email where the parent can be reached, and which of those 2 methods is the best way to reach you. So that's the first assignment for the students, is either for their parent to fill this out and send it back to me in an email, or when they get the hard copy from me, they can bring it home and have the parent fill it out, then bring it back to me. The second page of this packet gives information how to contact me, my email, my phone number, my extension here at school, so on and so on. The book website, there is a copy of the book on Moodle. So if a student doesn't have their book with them at their house, they can always get on Moodle, and there's a copy of the book right there on Moodle. The class rules, I'm not going to go through all those, but I am going to talk about number 9 right here. Number 9 is going to be strictly enforced this year. There is no eating or drinking in the upstairs of the high school, and that will be strictly enforced. So please make sure that all students know that. Consequences are there. Grading, how I grade in this class in probability and statistics. Tests count as 70% of the grade, tests and quizzes, and then homework counts as 30% of the grade. So tests and quizzes are a much bigger percentage of their grade than homework is. Chapter tests count as 2 grades, so they count like a double grade. Notebooks, I don't actually collect notebooks for this class, so they will not be graded. Quizzes go in as part of the test. The grading scale, 90, 80, 70, 60, so on and so on. Then the last part here is syllabus. It just sort of gives a quick overview of what we will be covering in probability and statistics. We probably won't get through every chapter, but we'll get through a little bit of probably these last ones. We'll get through most of the first 8 or 9 chapters, and then the last 2 we'll get through what we can. So that is the packet that's attached to the email. Again, the student's first assignment. Get this filled out, and whether it's emailed back to me or they bring in a hard copy to me, that's totally up to you. The last thing I want to cover is Moodle. Trying to just give you a quick overview to help you navigate Moodle. Here I just Googled, just searched National Trail High School, and I got this pulled up. If I just click on National Trail Local Schools here, it'll pull up the National Trail website. I'm just going to go to Moodle. So once you're on the National Trail website, just go to Moodle. Pops up this. If you have your student's username and password, you can log that in here and you can see all their grades in. I'm not going to do that in this, but if you get their name and password, you can see their grades on Moodle. Here I'm just going to click on high school, and I'm going to go to math, and we are dealing with probability and statistics. So I'm going to go down to that class, and it will open up the probability and statistics website. On this website, the first box here is just the title, and then it has an overview of it. It has what the students need, the class rules, the syllabus, the start of the year form that we just went over. It's got a copy of the textbook, which sometimes you can't see if you're not a student. Then you probably wouldn't be able to see that, but all the students will be able to. So that's in the overview. Over here on the side, on the left-hand side, is a table of contents, which will be longer as the year goes along. Right now, it's just got 3 things in it. The first week of school is this week right here. Whatever week we're in, like October 15th or something, if you click on that, it'll show what the students are doing for that week. So for the first week of school, if I click on this right here, it'll take me right to what the students are doing that first week of school. In the first week, I know I don't have all the dates exactly right, and I don't have everything set up exactly right yet, but I will by the time school starts. You notice this says August 23rd, 29th, week 1, and then down here it tells the date. So this will be the date, whatever date that student has me, or whatever date you happen to be looking for, trying to find. If I scroll down here a little bit, I'm going to go down here to the 27th. So this says 8/27 on that day. Page 13 is due. So that's what their homework is to be turned in that day. And then the assignment for that day, their homework for that day, is page 23. And it gives it all right there what they're supposed to do. Down here below, it's got the notes for that day. So if I click on it, it'll pull up what notes we took in class that day, what notes we covered in class that day. And then it also has a video of the lesson for that day. So it'll have a video. If you click on it, it'll pop up a video, and you can watch that video and see what we did in class that day. Oops. So if a student happens to be absent, let's say they're absent on the 27th, they could go right on here and get themselves caught up before they have to come back to class, because it'll tell them, all right, I know that page 13 is due. I have to get that to Mr. Ebersol, and this was our assignment, and these are the notes, and they could watch the video. The last thing I wanted to cover, and this is what we did at the end of last year, if we happen to have to be out of school again, then what I would do is I just start a box on the Moodle website, and last year I called it Untraditional Learning. And all I'll do is each time that the students have an assignment in the probability and statistics class, I'll send them an email and say, your assignment today is to do assignment 1. And they come to Moodle, they find assignment 1, read what it says, and then do whatever it says. And all the stuff that they'll need to do that is located right below assignment 1. If we go on down here, let's go on down, we'll go down to assignment 5 right here. On assignment 5, it tells them what to do. And then down here below, it gives a video of the lesson for that day. It gives a worksheet. They pull it up and it'll show the worksheet, and that's what their assignment is that day. And this day they actually had a quiz, so it also gave the stuff for the quiz. But it gives everything that they need right below this. And actually this one you can see it's got worksheet page 1 key, worksheet page 2 key, worksheet page 3 key. I actually worked out the problems here to show the students how to do the problems after that it was due into me, so that they could check their papers and see if they're doing everything right. Again, this is if we happen to be out of school again. This is the way I do it. I just list on here assignment 1, assignment 2, assignment 3, and then I would email the students each day what assignment they're supposed to do for that day. If you have any questions, feel free to get a hold of me. I'm sorry that this was 12 minutes long. Didn't want this video to be that long. But make sure that the students are getting the stuff that they need for the class, and make sure that they're getting that form either emailed to me or filled out and brought in to me.